Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we're here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I do want to start off by saying thank you to my new subscribers, my new subbies. We appreciate you and welcome to the beautiful people family. We are so happy to have you. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. We would absolutely love to have you. You guys, please excuse all that noise. My neighbor decided to do their lawn right now at 7 p.m., right when I start doing this freaking video. So let's talk about the episode. It starts off with all the women talking about everything that happened the night before. We have all the women at the rental cabin, the rental house, talking about what happened, and of course, how inappropriate Erica was. And then we have Renna and Kyle talking about it. And Kyle is just like, yeah, the stuff she was saying was just not right. And Renna said, you know what? It was. And that's why I just had to tell her in the car. And Kyle is like, well, did she get mad at you? Because Kyle is scared to death of Erica. And she was like, I don't know, but I said it. Like, I stood up to the bully. And so we see a flashback of Renna telling Erica, listen, well, she ended up asking her first, you didn't know anything at all. And she's like, no, nothing. And then she's like, well, you got to have some sort of empathy for the victims. And she's like, didn't I say something about it 9 months ago? And Dorit is coming in trying to cape for Kyle. Oh my God, that's all Kyle was saying. That's all she was saying was that a little empathy. Yeah, I did that 9 months ago. And I'm like, did she? I don't remember her saying anything about the victims 9 months ago. And if she is this angry now, 9 months later, can you imagine how pissed off she was when it first happened? Especially if she is sticking with the story of not knowing anything about it. They're just blaming me. These people, why would I not be angry with them? That's something that she said in the last episode as well. Why wouldn't she be mad at them? Because they're blaming her for something she didn't do. I just don't believe that Erica is totally innocent. I don't. So she's sitting in the bed crying, talking to Dorit. Erica is. And she's talking about how, she doesn't owe anybody an apology and she's just not giving up the earrings or whatever. I get it. Like I said, I get it. I get it. And apparently now, because I saw her on Watch What Happens Live, she has given the earrings up because she was told to give them up. They made her give them up. And I'm perfectly fine with the fact that she waited. It was what she was supposed to do. Not mad at that. This whole empathy thing and her caring, she doesn't care. She said it like out her mouth. So why keep telling her to care? You can't make someone care. If she don't care, she don't care. All right, so we have a scene with Kathy Hilton, Kyle, and Renna going. I guess they were going to walk the dog. I don't know why it took three people to walk the dog, but Kathy Hilton has on these wedge heels that, of course, are not for the snow and the ice. Like she was basically walking on ice because when snow is just completely and totally compacted like that, then it kind of turns super icy and slippery. So she's slipping all around, and Kyle is like, "Look at my sister! Look at my sister!" And she's in the confessional talking about it's actually easier to walk Storm, which is the dog, than it is to walk with Kathy. And I'm like, she has been dogging her sister out this entire season. Like, what is going on with her? If her sister is not speaking to her anymore, I wouldn't even be mad at it. Kyle is treating her like crap, and she wants people to join in on the fun. Like, I can see if y'all have inside jokes and you want to joke on your sister a little bit, but she constantly is like, look at Kathy, look at Kathy, look at what she's doing. Like, what? Kyle, so over her. So we have the girls that are meeting up, and we have Kyle and Renna. They meet up with the girls from the other house. And then we have Dorit and Erica, and they went shopping. So it's so funny that they go to a ski shop or whatever, and Erica's like, "Oh, this is so cute. She's going to everything pink. I ain't mad. I love pink too." And the man is like, "You can get this and you can mix it with that." And I'm like, "No, she can't. I don't think she can." And if you notice, Erica wasn't like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get this." She was just like, "It's so cute. It's so cute." Oh, you guys, I skipped a whole scene about how Erica she jetted out of Kyle's house that night. So remember, they left Kyle and Kathy there and went back to Kyle's house. So we see Kyle, I mean not Kyle, Erica and Dorit and them packing her crap up like she's leaving a man, like for real. And she was like slamming stuff around. She was super pissed at Kyle. And apparently she went to go stay at the hotel with Diana and what's her name? Dorit. And that is why she was talking to Dorit that morning, sitting there crying like she cared. Girl, whatever. But Diana is Oh, Diana is with them. I didn't see her go in with them, but she's there. And we see Kathy coming into the place where the other girls are. So now everybody's together. Kyle is saying, well, we need to at least text Dorit and Diana and see if they're coming. They're going to some hat place called Kimosabi where you have drinks upstairs. They come and measure you for, I think, a cowboy hat. Girl, bye. And it's not just a shopping, it's an experience. Kyle, just the sound of her voice irritates the crap out of me. How do I feel about Diana and Dorit just kind of ditching them because Erica is upset? Yeah, I think it's kind of crappy. I really do, especially if Kyle is your friend, then why are you forming these different groups or whatever? Like, if Erica is mad, fine, go be mad over there. Just stay your ass in the hotel where you want to be. But I'm not about to not join the other girls just because you're mad. So I understand why later on we'll get into it. Kyle is super upset that Dorit and them are kind of ditching her to do the other thing. She also, not, I'm jumping ahead. Hold on, let's wait. So at the store, we find out that, of course, Erica doesn't want to go. She's like, I'm not going to the hat store. I don't want to be around people who treated me the way that they did. And then you have Diana with her non talking self, like trying once again to get her to feel for the victims or whatever. And there's no empathy. And she's still in the store, like, yeah, I got to look out for myself. I got to fight for me. And it's so funny how they all in the confessional have something to say about how, she shouldn't be saying that and I hope she don't mean it. But you just sit there and look at her when she's doing it. They're all so terrified of this girl and I don't understand why. It's crazy. All right, y'all. And right here is where there's a flag on the play. When I tell you I would have been like, oh, fuck her after this. I don't care. They are sitting in the store where Erica can't really afford anything, and they're sitting around talking about everything. It's the same old, as usual. And the girls walk past, and you see Erica like, there they go, right there. And they're reading them like, you kidding, you're kidding. And the man says, the worker there, he's like, the door is locked. Do you want me to unlock the door? And they're like, no, don't unlock the door. And even Dorit, don't unlock the door. You know what? Oh my God. Hopefully when they see this part, because they didn't see it in there, but obviously they saw you. They're looking dead at Kathy. And Kathy is looking crazy, like she's trying to get in. And they're not opening the door. When I tell you I would be done with that, like for real, I would be done. And maybe at the reunion when she sees what Dorit was saying, like, you're not even the one that's mad. Why are you talking about it? Even Diana sitting there like, oh my God, no, tell me no. Like, why do you guys not want to see them that bad? You guys aren't even the ones that's mad. Are you kidding me? I mean, just childish. All right, y'all. So they make it to the hat place. And it's so funny. Crystal put on the hat and she's like, okay, it's a cute hat, but where am I going to wear it to? And Kyle is just staring at her. And then she's like, well, when you come to Aspen. And I'm like, that kind of means she don't want that hat. But Crystal, if it's free and they're putting your name or your initials or whatever in it, just take the freaking hat, girl. Who cares? And then we have Kathy coming over and she's like, Kyle, they have my tequila here. And she's like, what? They have my tequila here. And Lisa Rinna is over there too. And so Lisa Rinna's in the confessional like, oh, I bet they do. She's talking about how Kathy is always trying to, show off the tequila and, pretty much kind of pawn it off on people and have them do tastings or whatever. So they do this whole montage of every time Kathy was like, taste the tequila, taste it, and all that. Who cares? Like, honestly, they supported Rena with her little wine or whatever. So why is it a huge deal that this lady wants to, show off her tequila? That's fine. But Brenna, stinking ass, gonna go over to the bartender and very loudly say, yeah, let me try that 818. It's my friend Kendall Jenner's, and I just want to taste it because it's here, and it's my friend's, and it's tequila, and it's not Kathy's. She didn't say that, but she may as well have because she said it loud as heck. And Kathy was bothered. Like she was so bothered. So she ends up getting pissed off and going over talking to Garcelle and them and just being like, yeah, my tequila's here and she's over here tasting somebody else's tequila. Like Kathy ain't stupid. That's what I'm saying. She be playing like a dunce, but she's not. She know exactly what Rena's doing. Because Rena's over there. It's so sweet. It's so good, right? It's sweet. It's like so. And I was just like, this bitch. Like I honestly would have cussed her flat the fuck out if I was Kathy. Flat the fuck out. And then just left her alone. Like, I'm just not dealing with you. It's fuck you forever because she is an asshole. Lisa Rinna is an asshole. Yeah, she just is. Like, she's trash. Kyle is trash too. But Lisa Rinna is an asshole on purpose. But so she ends up going to tell Garcelle and them that she's tasting the other tequila and she's pissed off because Kyle isn't saying anything and Kyle is telling her, it's not a big deal, just kind of calm down, not a big deal. Kathy's pissed because she, did this and she's like, I'm ready to go. She's walking out pissed. Girl, never let him see you sweat. Never let him see you sweat. You are doing exactly what Lisa Rinna wanted you to do. You are giving her the reaction she wanted for sure. She wanted to get up under your skin. You see how loud she was talking and you let her do it. It would have been very smart of you to just sit there and smile and then just in your head be like, fuck her forever. But, Kathy, I'm just going to leave it alone. I was going to say something, but I'm going to leave her alone because she's the victim right now. So Kathy is still going on this tirade about, this tequila, and she goes over to the bartender and she's just like, can you pour mine right here and show it and everything? And I don't really like to do this, but I guess if I don't, nobody else will. And the bartender was like, okay. And then we have Garcelle saying in the confessional, of course, are we under contract to drink this tequila? Because, like, why we got to drink this girl tequila? And I kind of agree. I mean, but if you're going to drink tequila, if she's there and she's been having a fit for y'all to take a shot of her shit, just take a shot of it and then keep it moving. But she is like making a huge deal and she's going around telling everybody, and then she's telling them, oh, don't make a big deal out of it. I don't want to make a big deal. Don't say anything. I don't want you saying everything. However, you don't want to make a big deal out of it. It's a big deal to you. So Kyle says that, once you get on Kathy's bad side, it's hard to get off her bad side. And that's when Kathy storms out. Kathy, calm down. It's just tequila, girl. And it ain't even like you need the money from it. So why are you trying to sell it so much? Like, is she even a part of it? Or is it her friends that invested in it? I can't remember what she said, but she is doing too much. All right, so now Dorit ends up calling I was going to say Eric. Yeah, no, she calls Kyle. And it's so funny because the way she pretty much asked permission of Erica, from Erica. She was just like, I'm going to go ahead, honey, and call Kyle because I'm supposed to be a kemosabi with her. So, and Erica's like, okay, go ahead. So they do the FaceTime because she got permission. And, Dorita's just like, we're not coming because Erica doesn't want to come. Kyle has a nervous breakdown, like, oh my God, we have been planning this for months. So if you don't come, I am going to be very upset. I am going to be so mad and angry and pissed, like, we have been planning this. So you can either stay there with her or come here and do what we planned for months. And she ends up, hanging up on her. And I mean, it was just so dramatic. Oh my God, let me get myself together. And she's about to cry. And she's like, all of this is just too much from these girls. Like, all this drama, this melodrama from these girls is just too much. So Erica is just like, why is it now like teams? And she tells Dorit, go, because your friendship is way more important than this. And I bet you nobody said, oh, the whole thing that we're arguing about was dismissed, did they? And yeah, no, they didn't. And I'm like, nobody cares that it was dismissed. And it's so funny because Crystal broke it down that it was just dismissed in Chicago, or it was just dismissed now. Like, they can still bring it up again and refile, and that's what they're planning on doing. So she's acting like she won something and she didn't. So y'all, all this drama from these girls. And Kyle is just, I'm actually not upset that she is upset. Like, I'm happy to see her all upset. That's so mean, right? Yeah, so Rena, of course, she's like, what can I do? What can I do to make it better? I'm gonna go find them and see if we can get us all together, okay? And I'm like, cause your big lip ass wanted to be there with them anyway. So Rena is literally walking down the street looking for them. She got on this big puffy, over puffy red coat. She has on these big black like combat boots, and she's walking like a dude. And I'm just like, I feel like Rena's drunk because she made sure she was getting the rest of her margarita before she left. And that usually happens when you get there a little bit. You just be like, well, hold on, let me get the rest of this. So I feel like she's just kind of, when is she not on something, or allegedly? Ugh, y'all. So we have Dorit in there talking to Erica, and she's like, why would I want to go and be around girls who are going to be mean to me? Like, I'm going to take the brunt of everything. And I'm like, first of all, Kyle is your girl, and that was the only one that was mean to you. Nobody else said shit to you. Like, they ain't even talk to you. So what makes you think that it's now you against them? They so stupid. And then Erica sees Dorit. I'm not Dorit. Rena. Rena, there she is. Go get her. Oh, now you want to talk to them? Like, it just makes no sense. When you saw them at the other place, you didn't want anybody, nothing to do with them. How did you know that Rena was by herself? Why, y'all, it's just too much. And Rena goes and she's like, Dorita's running up to her, and y'all, she gives her this mad long hug. Oh my God, Rena. And she's like, I'm here for you. Melodrama, like I said. And she's just like, the fuck, Rena? And so Rena goes over to Erica and she's like, hey, honey. And they hug for a long time. And she's like, in her ear, dismissed without prejudice. And she's like, I love you. I love you too. Y'all, it's too much. It is too much. So Rena is telling them how upset Kyle is or whatever. And Dorita's like, at me? And Erica's like, oh no. And then she's like, well, you should meet with her, sit down and talk to her or whatever, because, she was really looking forward to showing everybody, her place or whatever. And she's like, I'm really looking forward to showing everybody what happened to me today. And it's bigger than all of this. And I'm just like, ugh, oh my God. So annoying, but we're gonna finally get them together. Let's get them together so we can get this over with, guys. Yeah, so we back at Kyle's house and Rena's there and she's like, tell me what happened. And Rena's like, they had pizza. And then she just got quiet. They ordered pizza. And I'm like, okay, what's the big deal with the pizza? So Kyle is like, I planned this whole day and they go and order pizza. And I'm like, would y'all feel better if they had tacos or something? Like, what's wrong with pizza? And then Kyle starts crying again and going on a tangent once again about how, she planned all this and it's okay if Erica wants to be mad because she was just being an asshole last night. She's like, she was wrong. But Dorit, and she's crying and everything. So Kathy comes in and she's just like, yes, I know how it feels when you are there for people and they are not there for you. And of course, she's talking about Rena. And Rena does this little look at her like she knows. And I'm like, Kathy, either talk about it or let it go, because this girl is getting exactly what she wanted out of you. Like, she, for some reason, is not about Kathy anymore. And again, I think it's because Kyle is teaching them how to treat her sister, because you're treating her like shit. I'm going to treat her like shit. And that's what's happening right now. But yeah, Kyle is doing a lot, a lot, y'all. Listen, the Aspen trip was very eventful. Oh, wait, before I move on, I think it's very interesting and strategic, of course, how Rena is constantly telling both parties, you need to say that. You need to say that to her. Like, Erica was like, I don't appreciate this and that or whatever. You need to talk to her. You need to say that. And then Kyle's like, I show up for everything and they're not here for me. You need to say that. And I'm like, Rena, we get it. You're trying to cause a commotion. We get it. They're going to eventually talk, we know. So Rena, I mean not Rena, yeah, Rena ends up asking Kathy what she should do, because Kyle is like, well, right now I feel like she owes me an apology. Like, don't she owe me an apology now? And I'm like, here we go with these apologies again. Like, that is gonna make a big deal. I'm sorry is gonna just suddenly wipe it away. And apparently it does. We're gonna get there. But she's just like, Kathy, Rena asking Kathy, what do you think? And I'm like, she is just really fooling with Kathy. You can care less about what this lady thinks. All right, y'all. So they going to some country western place or whatever, and we guess what? I know y'all didn't remember because I didn't either, but Cherie is there. And guess what we learned about Cherie in the car? She has not pooped in days, and that is what she had to offer. That's all she said. And I'm just like, please take her away. Please take her away. Like, we don't care. We don't care about your poop. And that is all you have to contribute to this whole thing of drama and everything that's going on. Y'all, she, such a disappointment. Oh, I forgot to add that Dorit ended up coming over to the house and talking to Kyle. Kyle had a breakdown. She's telling her how, she's very sorry and, of course, kissing her ass. Kyle is just like, Dorit's like, she was very upset and crying. So what? Fuck off. I was upset. I'm crying. Like, she's like, are you kidding me? I don't care. And of course, Dorita's just like, oh no, don't be mad, don't be mad. So then it takes Mauricio, he steps in and he's like, listen, on behalf of PK and myself, we would not like for you ladies to be fighting. We would like for you guys to just calm down because it has nothing to do with you two. Like, you have someone else that's in the middle here that is making you all fall out. So I need you guys to get it together. Get it together. And Dorita's just like, you know that I love you. You know that I love you so much. And she's like hugging her. And Kyle is looking like, mm-hmm. And she's just like, listen, I need a minute. Still go. And she attempted to slam the door, but it ain't really work because she's not strong. All right, so Kyle shows up at the bar. Sorry, guys, we're back at the bar. Kyle shows up at the bar. The other ladies are there except Diana, Brenna, no, Diana, Dorit, and Erica, and they tell her that Dorit is in the restroom because she walks in and she's like, "Hey, are you guys the only girls here?" And I'm like, she is just so worried about them. They're like, "No, Dorit's in the bathroom or whatever." So she's telling them about the conversation she just had with Dorit and the big fight that they had, and the fact that Dorit is coming telling her how upset Erica was, and Garcelle is like, "What?" And in the confessional, she's like, it's hard to believe because she puts on such a front. And then, of course, we get the flashback of her screaming and yelling and like she was drunk. But I mean, Erica puts on anyway. So you just never know what face you're going to get when you're dealing with her or what personality you're going to get when you're dealing with her. So they end up coming in and Dorit takes Erica straight to the bar. And I'm like, is that smart? Like, let her speak. If she was going to go in there and actually speak and then they talk about it, let them do that. But no, Dorit ran interference and took her straight to the bar. So as they walk to the bar, Kyle leans over to Garcelle and she's like, can you talk to me? Because I'm very uncomfortable. And I would have been like, no, no, don't use me. Like, now that your girls ain't fooling with you, don't use me. But she talked to her and she was like, it just feels very weird. And Garcelle was just like, yeah, mm-hmm, uh-huh. And she's like, I'm waiting to go up and talk to her. Girl, just go talk to her. Who cares? All right, so finally Kyle just can't take it anymore. And she walks up and she's like, Dory, can you give us a minute? And she's like, oh, okay, you guys. And I'm like, yeah, it's their scene. Move it, sis. So she's just like, can I talk to you? Can I have a hug? And, and Erica's just like, yeah, sure. And she's like, listen, I'm just very upset because I feel like, I have to be this weird with my really good friend. And she's like, I am a good friend to you. And do you know what happened to me today? And she's like, yeah, and congratulations. And she's like, yeah, so do you know that's why I fought my ass off last night? Like, and she's like, I'm not saying that you were ever guilty. I didn't say you were guilty, Erica. I'm just saying just have a little empathy. And again, here we are trying to make her have something that she don't have because she was just like, you guys want something from me that I can't give. And I'm like, yeah, fucks. She don't give a fuck. Like, she has zero fucks to give these people. So why are you all so upset about it? Like, honestly. And, Kyle is trying to tell her, well, if you just have empathy, no lawyer is going to say, oh, she's guilty because she feels for them. And I'm just like, stop it. It's too much. Like, okay, she don't care. I just don't understand why they don't understand that this girl don't care. You can either like it or lump it. Like, if you want to be friends with her, fine. If not, fine. You didn't say she was guilty. You just want her to care. Well, she don't. So again, as we're talking about the same old thing, how she is, she inherited this problem, and the people who should feel bad and who need to clean it up is Girardi Keys. And she is very strategic with her words. She's like, I feel like the people who were really affected should get something. It's not going to be for a while, but yeah, they should rightfully get something. And I'm just like, there's some people out there that you don't believe really are victims. And I think that it's so shitty, y'all. Like, I watched that little documentary on exactly what he did, and as somebody who sued somebody and got a settlement, do you even understand how pissed off I would be that, first of all, I was wronged by this person and then I won, and then you steal my money? Like, the person that I, got to fight for me, who's supposed to be on my team, you victimized me a second time. Oh, hell no. When I tell you, somebody would have got sued. The insurance company at that law firm, because they have to have one, would have been paying me my goddamn money. Like, I don't feel bad for Erica or her husband, who is, of course, he's not getting out. Who was I talking to? I was talking to one of my subbies. I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry, but he's not really feeling it because he's not on TV and everything, and he's playing crazy. Like, he's playing, like, not crazy, but like he has dementia. He doesn't know. Oh, suddenly you don't know now that you've gotten caught how you did these people. Like, he can rot, you guys. He can rot in jail, and I would not care. And I really, really hope these victims get their stuff. And I just went on a tangent, but just listening to how this lady sounds and how she does not care. Now, in the last review, I was saying how I understand what she means, and I do. I still understand about the earrings and the court of public opinion and all that. I get what she was saying, but she does not care for real, for real. And that is disgusting. She is just very disgusting. So they talk about how this is their first fight, and they're crying, and Kyle is like, I've never cried so much in my life. I cry so much my eyes are swollen shut. And I'm like, bitch, we are sitting here looking at your eyes right now. What are you talking about? So suddenly, it's all over. They're good. They don't want to fight anymore. And Garcelle was just like, oh, how is that? So now everybody wants to talk about if it was me, it would last this long and that long. And I'm like, Garcelle, y'all not friends like that. So I understand it. Oh, it's a double standard. That's not really a double standard. It's I fuck with you like that. I don't fuck with you like that. Like, that's what it is. Y'all not friends like that. So who cares anyway? Y'all, listen, I hate the fact that Crystal has been stifled. And I feel like maybe now she's trying to come back out. But y'all know her first season, well, last season or whatever, she was trying to hand it to him, but then they just all kept jumping her. And so she just stifled herself. But now she's talking to Dorit, and Dorit is talking about, of course, Erica and this and that. And she just feels like everybody is worried about the victims. And Crystal is like, as they should be, because it's a real thing. And she's like, yeah, but you heard about what happened today, right? And like Dorita's looking at her like she's dumb. Like, you heard, so it's not cut and dry. And she's like, yeah, I'm very clear on where she stands. And now I'm very clear on where you stand. And I was like, you better tell her. You better tell her. Then now I know she ain't shitting you ain't either, Dorit. And Dorit is like, hold on, hold on. What are you trying to say? Yeah, that's what she's trying to say. She has no morals, and you have no morals. All right, so then we have Sutton and Crystal at the bar. And first of all, we have Renna. Is it Renna and Kyle talking to Erica and making light about stuff that happened just last night? And they're like, oh, you were acting like this and you were acting like that, and laughing about it. And so Sutton is just like, what happened last night was not okay and it wasn't funny. And Crystal's like, listen, the way she spoke to me, not cool or whatever. And what are we going to do? Sutton's like, listen, I'm done arguing with her. You say something and then I'll, spectate, and we all good. She's like, okay, fine. So they all end up sitting down, and Crystal's like, Erica. And she turns around. I do not like the way you spoke to me last night. And Erica's like, okay. And she's like, I just wonder why I have an issue with you, and so does Garcelle has the same issue, but I'm the one that you come after and that you scream at. Because you're the one that's telling me I'm wrong, and what do you want? And she's like, I just want a little compassion. For who? You? She's like, I don't need your compassion. I'm talking about for the victims. And she's like, you know what? I was very nice to you. She's like, and I just don't understand why. I feel like you talk down to me, and I don't understand why you're madder at me than you are at Garcelle. And we pretty much saying the same thing, and you act like I'm an asshole. And she's like, because you are an asshole. And everybody's like, oh my gosh. She's like, so why? So she's telling her how she's upset because she had her back when she was upset, and she's been nothing but nice to her. And Crystal is like, and I am very grateful for that. Like, thanks a lot for that. But, and then all you hear is Renna. Y'all, I can't stand her ass. She's like, let's get down and dirty. Let's get down and dirty. Bring it out. I can't stand. Yeah, I would love to fight Renna. I'm not even kidding. And I know we're not supposed to be this emotionally invested, but I would love to just hit her in them big ass lips. I just do. Like, I just want to take them. And you know how your mom used to when you were little? My mom never did it, but I seen it on TV where they would like put your lips together when you was talking too much or whatever and be like, stop or whatever. Like, I just want to do that to Renna and then just put my fingernail. Let me shut up. All right, I'm going too far. All right, so after Renna tries to explain to Crystal why she should be kissing Erica's ass, oh, she had your back and she just don't understand. They basically got nowhere. Kyle wants to go to another bar and everybody's like, yay, great. And I don't think all the girls went, but we get this music and we see later that night and we see a text, Lisa text to Erica. I got in the sprinter with Kathy and she had an absolute meltdown. I've never heard or seen anything like it in my life. Y'all, she's so fucking dramatic. I don't believe nothing that comes out of Rena's mouth. I don't. Because she stretches the truth like nobody's business. So I don't care about this whole thing. And from what I just heard recently, there's no proof of Kathy saying anything racist. We just have to go off the word of Rena and Erica, or whoever was there, mostly Rena. I don't care, and I don't believe Rena. Well, I won't say I don't believe her. I believe she probably did. She probably definitely did, but I don't. I won't say I don't care. It's Rena though. Like, she gotta prove it. Rena needs to come with some proof, or else we don't care. All right, so more text messages are coming through, and she's like, anger, screaming, throwing things, crying. I'm locked in my room. And then I guess Erica's like, oh my God. And she's like, the hatred that just came out of her towards her sister, I'm speechless. And then Erica's like, wow. And so we hear a voiceover from Renna saying how she knows the sweet socialite Kathy, but that ain't all that's to her. And do you all even see how she worded all this stuff? Like, it's very dramatic. She's full of shit. Even if she did say something or maybe something like it or whatever, Brenna is putting 20 on 10 big time. So it's all nothing. It's all nothing. But that's the end of the episode, you guys. And then Watch What Happens Live was coming on, and it was pretty good. What's his name? Rappaport or whatever. He is really, really a Housewives fan for real, y'all. Like, he knows everything that's going on every franchise. It's crazy. But if you are still here, you are the real MVP. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. If you have not already, please like the video, comment, subscribe. I know everybody just says it in that order, whatever, but if you are not subscribed, please do. It's free and it would help me out. If you like the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithm and all that stuff as well. And I would greatly appreciate it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.